My name is Stephen Guyon Bird. My home is my studio, the cottage, the garden, outbuildings and sheds. I've lived in Corham Cottage in North Yorkshire for almost 30 years. I came here by accident. It was never my intention to stay. Every day I wake up and wonder what I am doing here. But I think I would feel like that wherever I lived. We are all itinerants. We belong nowhere. My sketchbook and my portfolio are the studio. My studio is anywhere. My work could be said to fall into two categories: observational drawing and imaginative narrative drawing. I say drawing because even when I am using paint or making sculpture, I am essentially drawing. Narrative, allegorical pictures explore the realignment of architectural imagery in an agnostic and fragmented world. Themes include the tragedy and the comedy of village life, paradoxes in the heritage industry, the absurdities of the rural idyll. Drawing from life provides the means to draw from imagination. Drawing from imagination enriches the experience of drawing from life. To draw beyond superficial appearances extends our horizons and understanding of the world. Making art whilst living in a cottage in the national park on the edge of the North York Moors presents its own challenges. Our rural landscapes are beautiful and precious. We need these spaces to dream in during the waking day. We need dark skies and silence to contemplate the heavens at night. One seeks a spiritual and emotional reconnection with the landscape and the local environment, which has been denied to us by urbanisation and mass travel. This can be achieved by drawing, but also by activities such as simply walking, gardening, making and fixing things. Observational drawing underpins my work. This includes drawing the figure, ancient buildings and the landscape, places I habitually return to year after year, drawing the same subjects afresh. Drawing is about looking, but also about thinking about the world. Drawing is not about copying. Realism does not reside in making a likeness. True observational drawing is piercing the veil of appearance. Rarely is this achieved, but the endeavour is both profound and worthwhile. Observational drawing is not a skill, it is a discipline and a way of being. During the coronavirus lockdown, my landscape studies have been restricted to scenes in and from the garden. It's been quite an eye-opener, so much to draw in a relatively small area. Sometimes it's good to have one's choice of subject matter restricted. One is more sensitised to the immediate environment. Still, I'm looking forward to getting back to drawing in the mountains and by the coast. I'm not alone in believing that storytelling defines us as human beings. There are many ways to tell a story. I tell stories through drawing. An observational drawing is a story about looking and comprehending. The storytelling is extended in the narrative pictures which emerge from the imagination when there is no physical model, scene or collection of objects. Having said that, the imaginative pictures do relate to specific places I have lived in or visited many times. Strangely, they can also relate to places I have not yet visited, but will do in the future. There are times when I have visited a new place which corresponds to an image I have previously created. The journey's end reached before arriving, but that is not an uncommon experience. The pictorial places are then inhabited by people I have met in my dreams. Certain themes recur and overlap in the imaginative work. The journey and wanderings of the fool, bar scenes, musicians and performers. I am also interested in how stories from mythology and sacred texts intertwine with the prosaic, familiar and domestic everyday. Sketchbooks. Ideas and observational studies are made and explored in sketchbooks. Sometimes the sketchbook drawings make their way into larger works, but it is a cyclic process. The sketches are as valid and vital as the larger, more finished works. It's simply a way of being, which is why I do not divide my home environment between working and living areas. Dozing in a hammock in the garden, daydreaming while washing up or digging the vegetable patch are as much part of the process as drawing at my desk or easel. As a poet once said, "Let inspiration find me sleeping." I always have a sketchbook near the side of the bed. Through drawing, let every day be a day of marvels. Exhibiting work is a way of sharing bewilderment and astonishment in the baffling world of marvels. I would hope my work inspires others to draw. It is not about talent. Anyone can draw, but it also takes a lifetime to learn to draw. For further notes of confusion, daubs and scribbles, visit my website, sgbirdart.uk, or follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Stephen Guyon Bird. And hopefully one day I will see you at Corham Cottage, or maybe out sketching in the ruins of a Cistercian abbey.